Have you ever stumbled upon a car that seemed to whisper the past? Hidden beneath ivy and fallen plaster behind a crumbling Italian villa, a 1979 Fiat 124 Spider sits like a forgotten piece of poetry. Its once deep red paint, now faded to dusty rose, catches the afternoon light as though it's trying to remember what it felt like to be admired. This little car, born from Italian passion and American dreams, carries more secrets than most people could imagine. Let's open its doors, if they still open, and uncover 20 strange facts, legends, and whispers surrounding this timeless beauty. Born from a rivalry of pride, the 124th Spider was Fiat's answer to the British invasion of sports cars. In the 1960s, MG and Triumph ruled American roads. Fiat decided Italy needed to teach the Brits a lesson in elegance, and so the Spider was born, styled by Pininfarina, the same designer who shaped Ferraris. The poor man's Ferrari. It earned the nickname, the poor man's Ferrari, not as an insult, but as praise. With its sharp Italian curves, twin-cam engine and convertible roof, it gave ordinary people a taste of La Dolce Vita, without the price tag of a mansion in Milan. Hollywood's quiet. Favorite few know that several 124 Spiders appeared as background cars in 1970s films, like The French Connection and 3 Days of the Condor. Directors loved its silhouette, saying it made any street look more expensive. The Spy Connection. During the Cold War, rumors spread that a few Fiat Spiders shipped to Eastern Europe were secretly used by Italian intelligence to smuggle microfilm through their hollow bumpers. The claim was never confirmed, but one 1979 Spider found near Vienna had hidden compartments under its rear seat. A car that crossed oceans. Many Spiders were built in Italy but shipped directly to the US. Their dashboards, radios, even seatbelts were designed to meet American regulations. Some owners joked the Spider spoke Italian but thought in English. The Villa Mystery. Our story Spider, the one behind the villa, once belonged to a Milanese architect named Enzo Bellotti. He vanished in 1983 after the villa was raided for suspected art smuggling. His Fiat remained in the garden, untouched for decades, a silent witness to a scandal no one dared to reopen. A hidden letter under the seat. When restorers finally pulled it out last year, they found a faded love letter beneath the driver's seat. It was addressed to Lucia la mia stella, Lucia, my star. The note mentioned a drive to the coast that changed everything. Some say Bellotti had planned to flee Italy with her that night. The rust ghost. Phenomenon collectors often joke that Fiats of the 70s didn't rust. They evaporated. Italian steel, mixed with poor weatherproofing, caused many Spiders to vanish from the inside out. Mechanics even coined the term ghosting panels. Panels that looked fine until you touched them and your finger went straight through. A secret collaboration with Ferrari engineers. A brief time in 1978, two Ferrari engineers secretly worked with Fiat on the Spider's tunic. Their names never appeared in any documents, but one prototype had a Ferrari red valve cover and distinct growl, almost like a Dyno .10. The car that survived the flood in 1994, a massive flood in northern Italy swept through dozens of towns. Among the ruins, locals found a Fiat 124 Spider upside down in a vineyard, its body intact. They pushed it upright, drained the oil, and the engine started after 2 days. The Pininfarina badge that disappeared. Every Spider bore a small badge reading Pininfarina. On the abandoned villa car, it was missing. Locals believe the badge was stolen by a kid who thought it was solid gold. And years later, that same badge surfaced at a flea market in Turin, attached to a keychain, a symbol of youth and rebellion. In the 1970s, Italian teenagers dreamed of owning a Spider the way Americans dreamed of a Mustang. It represented freedom, summer, and romance on winding Amalfi roads. Many first kisses in Italy happened in a Fiat Spider with the top down and radio humming Nina or Lucio Battisti. Cake. The Spider Curse. There's a strange superstition among restorers. If a Spider sits for more than 30 years, the first person to drive it afterward will face a misfire of fate. One collector's Spider burst into flames minutes after its first start. Another owner lost his job the same day his restoration finished. Superstition or coincidence? You decide. The Whispering Engine. Some mechanics claim that when a Fiat Spider's engine idles, it almost sounds like it's talking. They call it Il Susurro Italiano, the Italian whisper. The twin-cam engine has a unique rhythm that, in quiet garages, feels alive. 15. a connection to the CIA in the 1980s. A red Fiat Spider was reportedly used by an undercover CIA operative stationed in Rome. His codename, Ragazzo Rosso. The car was abandoned after a mission gone wrong and later auctioned to a private collector. Its trunk still, containing a shortwave radio and coded notebook. Sick. The car that drove itself in 2007, a Spider restoration shop in Modena, claimed one of their cars rolled out of the garage by itself at night, 3 times in a row. Cameras later showed no human presence, but the handbrake was mysteriously released each time. Locals whispered it was Bellotti's car from the villa. A hidden map in the trunk. During a recent restoration of the abandoned Spider, a folded map of Lake Como was discovered, marked with a red X near a boat dock. No one ever found out what was buried there, but treasure hunters still visit that area today. The revival that shocked collectors. When the Villa Spider was finally restored, it was auctioned in Milan for $124,000, exactly matching its model name. The buyer, an American collector, said he didn't buy a car. He bought a soul reborn. The return of Lucia a year after the sale, a woman in her 70s contacted the auction house. She said she was Lucia, the woman in the letter. She wept when shown photos of the restored car, saying, "Enzo always promised he'd come back for me in that car." No record of Enzo's death has ever been found. The spirit of the villa today. If you visit the overgrown ruins of Bellotti's villa, locals say you can still hear faint music, an old radio playing from nowhere. And sometimes